Gentlemen, let me begin with a truth that may shock you. Every single year after the age of 60, your testosterone quietly slips away. It leaves you weaker, more tired, and less confident in your own skin. But what if the key to turning that decline around, to reigniting the fire you thought was lost, was not found in a pharmacy, but in something as ordinary as the box of baking soda already sitting in your kitchen? I'm Dr. Michael James, a urologist and men's health specialist with over decades of experience, helping men just like you reclaim their strength, their vitality, and their passion. I've seen what works, and I've dedicated my life to giving men over 60 real solutions, natural, practical, and proven by science. Here's the paradox most men never realize. We often chase complex answers in expensive pills or risky treatments, while ignoring the simple, powerful remedies hiding in plain sight. Baking soda, when paired with one specific, natural ingredient before bed, can create an environment inside your body where testosterone doesn't just survive, it thrives. Tonight, I'm going to show you exactly how this combination works, why it supports stronger hormones, better circulation, and more reliable performance, and most importantly, how you can start using it right away. This is not theory. It's a natural method you can put into practice in less than 5 minutes. And stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal not only the ingredient you must combine with baking soda, but also the exact timing that turns this simple mixture into a powerful evening ritual for men over 60 who want to feel younger, stronger, and more alive again. Before we begin, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss another doctor-approved tip to keep your testosterone, energy, and vitality strong after 60. And I'd love your feedback. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0, and let me know how I can make these health lessons even more helpful for you. Now that you understand why this simple mixture deserves your attention, let's begin with the foundation. To truly see why baking soda can make such a difference, we must first understand testosterone itself, why it matters so deeply for men after 60, and what happens when it begins to decline. When I sit across from men in their 60s or 70s, I often hear the same quiet confession: "Doctor, I just don't feel like myself anymore." Their voices are softer, their shoulders a little heavier, their eyes searching for reassurance that what they're going through is not the end of the road. And almost every time, the underlying culprit is the same: low testosterone. It is something most men never see coming, yet it touches nearly every corner of their lives. Testosterone is far more than just the hormone of sex drive, though that alone would make it important. It is the signal that tells your body to stay strong, to keep your muscles firm, to protect your bones from becoming brittle, and to maintain a metabolism that fights back against the stubborn belly fat that creeps in with age. It is the spark that keeps your mind sharp, your mood steady, and your confidence intact. Without it, the fire of manhood dims, not in a sudden collapse, but in a slow, relentless fading that leaves men wondering where their strength and vigor went. After the age of 60, this decline becomes impossible to ignore. Research shows testosterone levels drop on average about 1% each year after middle age. But the reality is often much harsher. For some men, the fall is steeper, driven by poor diet, lack of exercise, sleep problems, chronic stress, or long-term medications. And the result? It's not just a number on a blood test. It's felt in the way you move, the way you recover, and the way you live. The mornings where you wake up tired even after 8 hours of sleep. The afternoons where energy crashes leave you reaching for coffee or sugar. The evenings where intimacy feels more like pressure than pleasure. These are all signs of a system starved of the very hormone that once defined your vitality. And the changes are not only physical. Testosterone has a profound impact on the mind. Low levels often bring irritability, anxiety, or a lingering cloud of depression. Motivation suffers. A man who once pursued projects with drive and confidence may now find himself putting things off, losing the spark that once made him feel purposeful. I have seen marriages strained, not because love is gone, but because energy, desire, and confidence have been quietly eroded by hormonal decline. Wives often sit beside their husbands in my office, nodding silently as I describe the symptoms, relieved to know it isn't a lack of affection, but a biological shift that can be addressed. What makes this decline so difficult is how gradual it is. Most men don't wake up one day with all their testosterone gone. Instead, it slips away in small increments. The belt notch gets a little tighter. Workouts feel a little harder. Erections lose a little firmness. Passion dims, just slightly. Year by year, piece by piece, manhood seems to fade into memory. And because it happens slowly, many men simply accept it as part of aging. They tell themselves, this is just how it is after 60. But that belief is not entirely true. Here's the encouraging truth I've seen in decades of practice. The decline is real, but it is not final. Testosterone levels can be influenced. Your body still has the ability to produce this vital hormone, even after 60. The key is creating the right environment, reducing the obstacles that suppress production, and giving your cells the raw materials they need to do their job. When men learn this, when they realize they still have some control, hope returns. They stand taller, not just because their hormones improve, but because they rediscover that they are not powerless against aging. And this is where baking soda enters the picture, in such a surprising way. On its own, it may look like nothing more than a simple white powder for baking bread or cleaning a sink. But inside your body, it can help shift the balance in favor of testosterone, supporting the very systems that weaken with age. And when it's paired with one natural ingredient, the effect becomes even more powerful. So, let's take a closer look at what makes baking soda so unique, why most men overlook it, and how it may become an unexpected ally in protecting your masculinity after 60. Here's the hard truth. Most men over 60 already live with low testosterone, but they don't even realize it. It doesn't always scream at you. It doesn't always show up in blood tests right away. Instead, it whispers, quietly, slowly, stealing your manhood in ways so subtle you think it's just aging. Let me paint the picture. You wake up in the morning, but instead of energy, there's heaviness. Your body feels like it's dragging a weight. That's not just age. That's testosterone slipping. You look in the mirror, and the man staring back has softer muscles, a thicker belly, and skin that doesn't look as firm. That's not simply time passing. That's low testosterone. At night, your mind says yes, but your body says no. The drive is there, but the response is weak. That's not just stress. That's testosterone crying out for help. And here's the most dangerous part. Low testosterone doesn't only affect energy or intimacy. It attacks your heart, your bones, your memory, and even your mood. Studies show that men with chronically low testosterone face a higher risk of depression, brittle bones, and even early death. Think about that. It's not just about performance. It's about life itself. But here's the good news. Nature gives us tools, and if you know how to use them, even something as humble as baking soda, you can turn the tide. You can send a message to your body. Produce, protect, and preserve testosterone. In just a moment, I'll share how baking soda, mixed with one specific natural ingredient, can help older men create a powerful internal shift. But before we do, let's get very clear on why testosterone falls so sharply after 60. And why most doctors never tell you the full story. Gentlemen, let's be clear. Testosterone decline is not random. It follows a pattern. By the time you reach 60, your natural testosterone production is already half of what it was at 25. That means the very hormone that once fueled your strength, your drive, your confidence, is slowly slipping away. But here's what most men are never told. It's not just about age. There are hidden triggers in your daily life that accelerate the decline. And unless you remove them, no pill, no treatment, no doctor's visit will ever fully restore your testosterone. Let me break it down. Trigger number 1, stress hormones. When you live with constant stress, your body produces cortisol. Cortisol is the enemy of testosterone. The higher it climbs, the faster testosterone crashes. That's why men under stress lose drive, lose muscle, and gain fat around the belly. Trigger number 2, poor sleep. Deep sleep is when testosterone is created, but after 60, men often struggle with broken sleep, bathroom trips, or restless nights. Miss out on that deep rest, and you miss out on hormone production. Trigger number 3, belly fat. This one is crucial. Fat tissue, especially around the stomach, contains enzymes that literally convert testosterone into estrogen. That's right. The more belly fat you carry, the more of your masculine hormone gets turned into a female one. Trigger number 4, hidden toxins. Plastics, processed foods, pesticides, and even some medications quietly interfere with hormone balance. They block receptors, confuse your system, and leave your testosterone levels crawling at rock bottom. And finally, trigger number 5, poor circulation. Your testes, where testosterone is made, rely on healthy blood flow. Without strong circulation, production slows, and every part of manhood suffers. Now, why does this matter? Because if you're a man over 60, you're likely facing at least 2 or 3 of these triggers every single day. And the more they pile up, the faster testosterone slips away. But here's the turning point. Once you understand these hidden triggers, you can fight back. And this is where baking soda enters the picture. Baking soda has a unique ability to lower acidity in the body, reduce inflammation, and improve circulation, creating an internal environment where testosterone can flourish again. But remember, baking soda alone is not enough. When combined with one powerful natural ingredient before bed, it transforms from a simple household powder into a natural, testosterone-supporting ritual that men over 60 can actually feel. And in the next, I'll reveal exactly how baking soda supports your testosterone, and why this overlooked kitchen staple may be the missing link in your nightly routine. Now, you may be wondering, how can something as simple as baking soda possibly affect testosterone? Here's the truth. Baking soda isn't magic, it's chemistry, and when you understand the science, it makes perfect sense. First, baking soda helps by reducing acid buildup in your body. After 60, many men live in a constant state of low-grade acidity, caused by processed foods, sugar, alcohol, and even stress. High acidity creates inflammation, and inflammation destroys testosterone production. Baking soda works like a natural buffer, balancing your body's pH and giving your cells the right environment to produce hormones again. Second, baking soda improves circulation. When your blood vessels are inflamed or stiff, testosterone delivery slows. Even if your body makes some testosterone, it never reaches the muscles, brain, or reproductive organs where it's needed most. Baking soda relaxes blood vessels, allowing for smoother flow, which means more oxygen, more nutrients, and more testosterone reaching the right places. Third, baking soda helps with exercise recovery. Studies show that when athletes take baking soda, it buffers lactic acid, reduces muscle fatigue, and increases endurance. Now imagine that effect for a man over 60. Better recovery means more strength-building activity, and more activity means a stronger signal to your body to keep producing testosterone. And finally, baking soda can actually lower internal stress. Your adrenal glands, the same ones, pumping out cortisol, calm down when acidity and inflammation are reduced. And as cortisol drops, testosterone rises. Remember, these two hormones fight for balance. Lower one, and the other can finally climb. So, what does all this mean for you? It means baking soda creates a foundation. It sets the stage for your testosterone to come back online. But here's where the real magic happens. When you combine baking soda with one specific natural ingredient before bed, you're not just balancing pH, you're triggering a chain reaction that helps your body lock in testosterone, restore blood flow, and improve energy while you sleep. And in the next, I'll reveal the ingredient that turns baking soda from a simple powder into a powerful nightly ritual for men over 60 who want to feel stronger, younger, and more alive again. Gentlemen, baking soda on its own sets the stage, but when you pair it with the right natural ingredient before bed, that's when the real transformation begins. So what is this ingredient? It's pure raw honey. Now, don't confuse this with processed table honey, the kind that's been heated, filtered, and stripped of its nutrients. I'm talking about raw honey, the kind that still carries enzymes, minerals, and powerful natural compounds directly from the hive. Why honey? Let me explain. First, honey is rich in natural sugars that help your liver store glycogen overnight. That glycogen signals your brain to keep blood sugar steady, which reduces the need for cortisol. And as we've already learned, lower cortisol means higher testosterone. Second, honey is loaded with antioxidants. These compounds fight oxidative stress, the same stress that damages testicular cells and blocks testosterone production. With honey, you're protecting the very factories inside your body that make testosterone possible. Third, honey supports better blood flow. It increases nitric oxide levels in the body, a compound that relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. That means stronger delivery of testosterone to the places it matters most: your muscles, your brain, and yes, your performance. And here's the final piece. Honey works in synergy with baking soda. While baking soda lowers acidity and improves circulation, honey provides the fuel and protective compounds your body needs to actually build and preserve testosterone. Taken together, this simple combination, just a half teaspoon of baking soda and a spoonful of raw honey in warm water before bed, creates a nightly ritual that signals your body reduce stress, improve blood flow, and restore testosterone while you sleep. Think about that for a moment. Instead of relying on harsh medications or risky injections, you're using two simple, natural ingredients your body already understands. And I've seen it firsthand. Men in their late 60s and 70s who felt tired, drained, and unmotivated started this ritual and within weeks reported better sleep, more energy, stronger morning drive, and even noticeable changes in their muscle tone. But before you rush to the kitchen, you need to know something important. The timing of when you take this mixture is just as critical as the ingredients themselves. Get it wrong, and you'll miss the benefits. Get it right, and you'll give your body the perfect environment to restore testosterone overnight. And in the next, I'll reveal the exact timing and method to take baking soda and honey, so you can maximize the effect and experience the difference for yourself. Now, gentlemen, here's the part you've been waiting for. How exactly should you take baking soda and honey to maximize testosterone support? The key is timing. Your body produces the most testosterone during deep sleep, usually between midnight and 4 a.m. If you can prepare your system before you go to bed, you'll create the perfect environment for hormone production to take place while you rest. Here's the simple method. Step 1. The ingredients. Take half a teaspoon of baking soda and 1 full teaspoon of raw honey. Not processed honey, not artificial sweeteners, but raw, golden honey directly from the hive. Step 2. The mixture. Dissolve both in a small glass of warm water. Not hot, just warm enough to blend smoothly. This allows the compounds in honey to remain active and the baking soda to dissolve completely. Step 3. The timing. Drink this mixture about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. This gives your body enough time to absorb the minerals, calm the stomach, and reduce acidity, setting the stage for deeper sleep and stronger hormone balance. Step 4. The ritual. After drinking it, avoid heavy meals, alcohol, or late-night snacks. Give your body a restful environment. When you close your eyes, the combination of honey and baking soda will support steady blood sugar, lower cortisol, improve circulation, and allow testosterone to be released at its peak window during deep, restorative sleep. And here's the best part. This ritual doesn't just work on night one. Over the weeks, as your system becomes more balanced, the results build. Stronger mornings, better mood, sharper focus, and for many men, a return of the confidence they thought was gone forever. But let me be clear. While this mixture is safe and natural for most men, there are important safety notes and exceptions you must know before starting. Because for some, baking soda or honey may not be the right choice. And in the next, I'll walk you through the precautions, safety tips, and who should avoid this ritual, so you can use it wisely and effectively without risking your health. Gentlemen, before you try this ritual, I need to give you an important warning. Yes, baking soda and honey are natural. Yes, they are safe for most healthy men, but that does not mean they are right for everyone. Let's break it down clearly. Who should use it? Men over 60 who are otherwise healthy, who struggle with low energy, poor sleep, or mild hormonal decline, can benefit greatly from this nightly ritual. If you don't have major health issues and you want a natural way to support testosterone, circulation, and energy, this is for you. Who should be cautious? If you have high blood pressure, kidney problems, or you're on medications that affect sodium levels, baking soda may not be safe. Remember, baking soda contains sodium. Too much sodium can create extra strain on the heart and kidneys. If you are diabetic or have blood sugar problems, honey may not be suitable unless carefully controlled. While raw honey is healthier than refined sugar, it still raises blood glucose. Always check with your doctor if you have diabetes before trying this. Who should avoid it completely? It's men with serious heart disease, men with advanced kidney disease, anyone with severe uncontrolled high blood pressure, and anyone told by their doctor to limit sodium or sugar intake. For these men, this ritual could do more harm than good. Now, for healthy older men, here are a few important safety tips. Use only half a teaspoon of baking soda. More is not better. Too much can upset your stomach and throw off your body's mineral balance. Stick with raw honey. Processed or artificial honey won't deliver the same antioxidant and nitric oxide benefits. Stay consistent but moderate. This isn't a quick fix. Think of it as a nightly support system. 1 glass per night, not more. Always listen to your body. If you notice bloating, discomfort, or unusual side effects, stop immediately and consult your doctor. Gentlemen, the goal here is not to chase extremes. It's to give your body a simple, natural boost that works with your system, not against it. Now, we've covered why testosterone matters, why it declines, how baking soda and honey work, and the safety you must keep in mind. In the next, I'll share something powerful, real-life examples and stories of men over 60 who tried this ritual, and the changes they experienced. Now let me share with you what I've seen in real men just like you, who gave this simple ritual a chance. Case 1, John, 67 years old. John came to me complaining of constant fatigue. He told me, "Doctor, I feel like I'm running on empty. Even when I sleep, I wake up tired." We tried the baking soda and raw honey mixture, taken nightly before bed. Within just 3 weeks, John called me and said, "I don't know what's happening, but I'm waking up lighter. My energy feels cleaner, and my mornings, stronger again." For him, the ritual didn't just improve sleep, it restored confidence. Case 2, Mac, 73 years old. Mac struggled with belly fat and low drive. He had almost accepted it as normal aging. But when he began this ritual, something changed. 6 weeks later, Mac's belly had shrunk slightly, his energy was up, and he noticed something he hadn't felt in years: reliable morning performance. He told me, "Doctor, I finally feel like a man again." Case 3, James, 65 years old. James was skeptical. He laughed when I first suggested it. But he agreed to try. 1 glass before bed, every night. After about a month, James came back and admitted, "I was wrong. I'm sleeping deeper. I'm less irritable. And even my wife noticed I'm more active and present." For James, it wasn't just about testosterone. It was about quality of life. Now I share these cases not as guarantees, but as inspiration. Because the truth is, every man's body is different. Some notice changes within weeks. Others may take longer. But in my decades of practice, I've seen time and again, when men commit to simple, natural habits, they unlock energy, vitality, and masculinity they thought was gone forever. And here's the beauty of it. This ritual costs almost nothing. No prescriptions, no risky injections, just 2 natural ingredients, used consistently in the right way. But I know what you may be wondering. Doctor, how long should I keep doing this? And what results can I realistically expect over time? That's exactly what we'll cover in the timeline of benefits, and what you can expect in the first week, the first month, and beyond. So, if you start this evening ritual tonight, what can you expect? Let's break it down. In the first 7 days, most men notice small but important shifts. Sleep feels a little deeper. Digestion feels lighter. You may even notice waking up a bit more, refreshed instead of groggy. For some, there's an early spark in morning energy, a quiet sign that the body is beginning to reset. After 2 to 3 weeks, energy begins to feel steadier. Not the quick bursts you get from caffeine or sugar, but a calm, clean flame that lasts all day. Cravings for junk food often ease, because blood sugar is more stable. Some men even notice less stiffness in the joints, and a return of natural morning firmness. These are signals that testosterone is being supported. After 1 month, the benefits become stronger. Belly fat may begin to shift. Muscles feel less sore after simple activity. Recovery improves. Mood becomes lighter, more even. Men often report feeling more present with their wives, more engaged in conversations, more confident in their skin. By 3 months of consistency, that's where the real transformation happens. Testosterone levels, circulation, and sleep rhythms all begin to sync. Energy is higher, intimacy feels more natural, and body composition improves. Many men describe it as turning back the clock 10 years, not by magic, but by creating the right internal environment for vitality to return. And here's what I always remind my patients. This is not about chasing a miracle. It's about building consistency. Because when you give your body support, every night, it rewards you with strength, energy, and performance that last. Now, there's one final piece I want to share with you. Because while this ritual is powerful on its own, it works even better when combined with a few simple lifestyle adjustments. Adjustments that any man can make, without gyms, without extreme diets, and without complicated routines. Gentlemen, here's the truth. The baking soda and lemon ritual is strong on its own. But if you combine it with just a few simple lifestyle shifts, the results multiply. Tweak number 1, evening light. Your body makes testosterone while you sleep. But if you flood your eyes with blue, light from phones, TVs, or tablets late at night, your brain gets confused. It thinks it's daytime, and that disrupts hormone production. Solution: 1 hour before bed, dim the lights, put the phone away. Let your body know it's time to restore. Tweak number 2, protein at dinner. Your cells need raw materials to build testosterone. If you eat mostly bread or pasta at night, you're starving your body of the nutrients it needs. Add a palm-sized portion of clean protein, like fish, eggs, or lean meat, to your evening meal. This simple shift gives your body the ammo it needs to fuel testosterone while you sleep. Tweak number 3, movement, not marathons. You do not need to live in the gym, but daily movement, even a 20-minute walk, tells your body, stay strong. Movement improves circulation, clears stress hormones, and signals your brain to keep testosterone active. The key is consistency, not intensity. Tweak number 4, stress control. Cortisol, the stress hormone, is testosterone's worst enemy. When cortisol is high, testosterone crashes. Something as simple as deep breathing, prayer, or 5 minutes of meditation before bed can lower stress, enough to give your testosterone a fighting chance. Tweak number 5, hydration. Remember this: every chemical reaction in your body, including hormone production, depends on water. Dehydration makes your body feel like it's under attack, and testosterone is the first to suffer. Keep a glass of clean water by your side throughout the day. It's a small habit with a big payoff. Now, when you combine these tweaks with the nightly ritual, you're not just supporting testosterone, you're creating the perfect environment for it to thrive. And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, because I want to leave you with not just the science, but a message about hope, about control, and about what it truly means to age as a man in America today. Gentlemen, the journey of rebuilding strength and energy after 50 is not about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming control of your health, your confidence, and your daily life. Your muscles are not gone forever. Your vitality is not lost, and your drive to live fully is still within you. The simple truth is this: by making small, smart changes each day, lifting some weight, eating more protein, sleeping better, and moving with purpose, you can feel strong again, energetic again, and alive again. Never let anyone tell you it's too late. Science has proven, and thousands of men have shown, that the body responds at any age when you give it the right signals. So start today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Because the longer you wait, the harder the climb becomes. But the earlier you act, the faster you'll see progress. Remember this: you're not just rebuilding strength, you're building a stronger future for yourself, for your loved ones, and for every goal that still burns inside you. Stay strong, stay consistent, and never forget, your best years are still ahead.